Hoo-ha!
Right to jail, right away.
Objection! Extremely racist!
I'm just goofing. New boot goofing.
Oh.
Are you sure?
Drinking, smoking, having weed, anything you want to pick.
Spicy!
In case you can't tell, I'm being sarcastic.
You saying you want a piece of me?
Huh? I'm down, baby.
I call my lawyer. A white man? No! Because you got a good life! You got a good life. A good life.
I am not a successful adult. I don't eat vegetables and or take care of myself.
Buongiorno. Buongiorno.
Great Scott!
Are you sure? I'm finished with this guy.
Fraternity.
I don't know why you gotta do it in front of the kid with the anthem. All you gotta do is say earmuffs to him. Earmuffs. And he can say fuck, shit, bitch, whatever you want.
Cock, balls.
Okay, I'm just...
You blew it! Serenity now!
Terry.
Great job, everybody.
Are you sure?
Love that.
Hello.
Adios, muchacho.
Oh la la! Oh well. King in the castle, king in the castle. Have a chair, I have a chair. Oh, go do this, go do this. King in the castle.
You're my boy, Blue!
Thank you very much, sir. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
Boom. Roasted.
I am Beyonce always.
Hey, Bo, what's this I'm hearing about what you're saying? I thought we were friends.
You will bring the jury.
Hello, Newman.
Giddy up.
Objection! Hearsay! I'm feeling pretty good. Pretty good.
Do not go in there. Woo! Yes! Yes! Oh, yeah! Feel that, buddy? Huh? 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 Alrighty then. Huh? 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 I have exorcised the demons. This house is clear.
Hey, J-Bone Nation! Shaming of Jay! He's not a dopey dumb bitch! He gets laid. The court jester! The court DJ! It's time to dive into the case. To the case.
What is up, everybody?
Hello, everyone.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here with us. Who do we got? Steve-O, Laura, Joni, Cabo, Hellcat, Debbie's here, Allie, Bradley, Sean. Get out the pole, Sean. Get it out, pal. Let's start dancing. Let's get crazy, folks. Shelly, Brittany, Laura, Crystal, Say hi, babe. Say hi to someone. What are you doing? Why do you look like a deer in headlights?
Charlotte, because I didn't know why we need to get out a poll. Did I miss something?
The music made Sean. Makes me want to break out my old pole and start dancing.
Oh.
Break it out, Sean. Holly Berry.
Bella, MJ, and
Christine,
Dorinda,
Dizzy, Shelly, Afy, Liz, Merrill,
Mandy, Dizzy, Janet.
Thanks everyone for being here. Todd, Bugapoo. Argument in another channel. Uh-oh. Hey-oh. Debbie.
I just don't see any of these comments.
You don't see the comments? Auntie Lisa, hello. Thanks for being here. Michelle H. R. Whip. Who just said I eat like a child, I hate steak? Because that's correct. I do eat like a child. I'm a grown-ass man, baby. Give me the chicken tenders. Yes, Sean B. The pretty woman is my wife. If she was a dinosaur, she would be Babosaurus Rex. You know what I'm saying, babe? Hi, baby doll. Oh, found us through Mac. That's amazing. Well, thanks for being here, baby doll.
Hey,
we appreciate it.
We're glad you're here.
Everyone say hi to baby doll. Welcome, welcome.
So actually my first time of really getting to know your food preferences was when you invited me to a wedding. And so I came to Long Island from Kansas for this wedding, and we had to, prior to the wedding, you had to choose from the menu of what, this was a swanky wedding. Now, I mean, I'm from Kansas. Weddings are typically like in a church. You wear like a floral dress to go to the wedding. You give them like a $50 gift card, maybe if you're family, maybe a little less than that if you're not family. And like you might have some keg beer, and maybe there's champagne toast for like the wedding party. But anyway, we went to this. I was not prepared in many ways. But before we go, we're to make a menu choice. And I mean, I was like blown away immediately because I was like, oh, whoa. Like I could have steak, I could have chicken, like, and everything sounded delicious. And I was like, I really don't care. Just choose anything. And Jay wanted his friend to contact the friend that was having the wedding and ask for a children's menu for him, because there was nothing on the adult menu that he would eat. So we got an adult meal for me, and Jay got chicken tenders for himself.
Is that true? Is that a true story?
Do you just not have any
Did I get
memory
chicken
of it?
tenders? Did that really happen?
Yeah.
This is Tim's wedding?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you had chicken tenders. I think it was some sort of plain chicken.
No, that never happened. That did not
You got like plain something.
No, that couldn't have happened. I would have not asked that. I mean, that sounds like something I would do, but I don't think that happened. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Emily. Hi, Ash.
I don't know if they actually, like, you actually asked, but you asked someone to ask.
Oh, all right. That might have happened. I don't know.
Yeah, you didn't ask.
Hi, Kelly. Someone said Jessica Ferguson was in the chat. Sounds like that reminds you of someone else in your family, babe.
Yes. They're talking about Sloan.
Yeah.
That's Jessica. That's Miss Jessica. She used to be our nanny. And
hey, Sarah.
She's Ledger's nanny now.
Speaking, I got a story about this wedding. First of all, babe, I feel like you're a little bit. I think you gotta move. Can you move? Is it no good?
I don't know which way to move though to be.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No. Yeah. So at this wedding, this is me introducing Babe to all my friends, and she wore a red dress, and she was hot. But she didn't realize on Long Island and New York probably, it is black and dark blue and dark black dress only. She was like one of the only people in the entire wedding with like a colorful dress. Is that correct, babe? Hey,
It's correct, and I wanted to die. I looked like the whore of Babylon.
There's Sloan. Hi, Sloan.
It was awful. I mean, my friends, like, this was an Antonio Milani dress. Like, it was a nice dress. It was not like, sequins and red or something stupid. It was very nice. It was like what you wear on like a yacht or something, is what I thought. And then I walk in and no one is wearing color. Even the bridesmaids are wearing black. I mean, it straight up looked like in Kansas what a funeral would look like, except there's one woman with bright blonde hair and a red freaking dress.
Who's the whore of Babylon? I mean, we have Babylon on Long Island. Who's the whore of Babylon?
Oh, no, honey from the Bible.
I know, but tell me the Bible story. I love to hear Bible stories.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. You know I do. But people won't
just
like...
I mean, just in general, I looked like, Jezebel or something.
Jezebel. What about the end of the evening? Do you remember it? No, you don't, do you?
Okay, so in my defense, this was the first time I was meeting Jay's family, and his brother was going to be there, his brother and his wife. And I was so nervous, and all of his friends. I've never met them. And I already, I'm in a red dress. So, and this was a form-fitting dress. Like, I didn't eat that whole day because I did not want to have like a little tummy pooch situation. And so I didn't eat the whole day. And Jay's brother is like, not like Jay at all, in that he is like the life of the party. He's an extrovert. So he immediately, and everyone is going to think this is weird because they see you as like somebody who talks all the time, but you actually don't ever really talk in public. So his brother just kept bringing me gin and tonics, and they were top shelf.
What happened? And what happened?
Well, I had a lot of them.
And my apartment at the time
was up a flight of stairs.
To get Shannon up those stairs, that was a task. And then
I was wearing 6-inch heels.
It was a time, folks. It was a time. But that's a story for another time. That was mostly the story.
I feel so much like I'm just happy that your brother wasn't like telling your parents like, this girl came in a bright red dress and then she got so drunk.
Meow. You didn't mind, Gary? That is so nice of you. I don't know why she hates you so much, Gary. Stevie Irwin, what's up, Stevie? So what we're going to talk about today on Friday Night Psych is why do we consume true crime, babe? Other than us trying to make a living, why do we consume true crime?
Yeah, well, first of all, I was trying to pop out the chat because I can't see it. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Take your time. Do you need me to riff? I can riff.
Yeah, just go ahead. Riff a little.
All right. Who else is here? Brooklyn. Kelly, we have been married 5 years, 6 in February. February 2nd, Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day. That's how I could never forget it. Married at Town Hall. We just talked about that today. For the folks who
did?
Yeah, because we almost went to a wedding. One of the live streams, the judge was a wedding, and we started to see them get ready, and then they stopped the stream. We got married at Town Hall, and then we went to Okanee Diner. For folks from New York or Long Island might know the Okanee Diner, which was right by it. Have I stalled enough? Are you ready?
Yeah. I'm definitely going to post a photo of us from that wedding on Instagram. So the people that have seen like our wedding, now you'll get to see that I wore this red dress. I have photos from that. So you'll get to see that. And Jay had like a different facial hair situation going on.
What'd I have?
I think you had like a goatee.
Hey, Sammy. Thanks for being
So,
here.
yes, I had the flu at our actual wedding. That's true. Influenza A. It was not a joke. It was so bad. Anywho, true crime.
Hi,
That's
Miss
why we're
Krampus.
here.
Yeah, why do people watch true crime, babe?
Right? So anyway, I think I heard you talking in Probably Nothing Hour, but can you kind of give the people why you began to watch true crime?
I sure can. I did not watch true crime ever. Shannon watched true crime since OJ. And then one day, and the reason that we're all here right now, don't be surprised, Sarah. My Avi has a goatee. The reason we are here right now is because Shannon's like, hey, let's check out this documentary on HBO called Low Country about this family from South Carolina, this lawyer. And we watched it, and it blew my mind. And then I tweeted the trial. But that's how I got into it.
In fact, isn't it true that before you saw that documentary, you maybe poked a little bit of fun at me and even said, can we have one Christmas without murder?
That sounds like something I probably said, yes.
Yeah, because
Thanks,
I was
Melissa.
talking about murder on Christmas. So, anywho, I wanted to research this topic, and turns out there is a lot of research about this exact topic from many different sources. And there are many different theories on why we like true crime or why it resonates with us. And so I took a little sample from all the things, and I'm just going to go through some of them tonight. And you can tell us in the chat if this reasoning resonates with you, or if you're like, no, that's not why I watch it. But
also, should we have folks put in the chat what was the first case that got them into true crime?
Absolutely. I always like to hear that. I wish people wore it on like a name tag around.
Or should we wait that till the end where we talk about it, or should we just do it now since I just said it?
Yeah, you can do it now. I seriously, I think there should be like some sort of a little like, I would know people. I'd be like, oh, there's the John Bonet people. What's your theory? You know?
Throw it in the chat. What was the first case that got you into true crime? OJ from Shelley. The Owl for Kelly. Oh, boy.
Kelly. It's okay, Kelly.
Wow. I'm a noob too, Stevie. I'm a noob too. Dahmer, OJ. The question was, what case got you into true crime? Casey Anthony.
Casey Anthony.
BTK.
Oh, yeah.
Michael Frank. OJ.
Honored Amber. We are about the same age. That was my...
Alec with Brad.
I mean, I do remember watching the Menendez brothers trial before that, but I was really into the OJ trial. My mom would VHS record it while I was in school, and then we would watch those parts when I got home from school after we watched what was still on, because it was in California and we were in Kansas, so we still had some time.
Very interesting. All right, go ahead, babe.
All right. So here are some reasons that some folks have theorized. And now I'm not just taking these from like blogs. I actually my sources are Psychology Today, Discover Magazine, the BBC, a couple of studies from sociology, from social psychology and personality science, and the Podcast Consumer from 2019, which is a statistical stuff. So I just wanted to tell you, I wasn't just, quoting my own blog or something. But the first and somewhat, why am I like so off to the side? There we go. Okay. The first and somewhat obvious thing that came up a lot was that evil fascinates us. Okay. Yeah, that was like the lamest reason. And I mean, that's a decent reason, right? But it's sort of lame. why is another. Yay, Dara, you have this shirt. This is from Bob. I forgot to even say this. My shirt is from Bob's podcast.
Bob Mata, Defense
Bob Mata's
Diaries.
Podcast. My podcast advised me to tell you to come back when you have a warrant.
And my shirt
From
Publicly
Steve.
Buzz, baby. My beautiful boys.
It's all of our friends.
We're gonna portal right into their stream tonight. It's gonna be off the hizzle at 10:30 with Lisa Rybakoff. Gonna be good. Go ahead, babe. Sorry.
It's okay. So, one thing that I think that we all think about during trials, and one thing that is all the pundits and all the things are that we want to find out why a killer kills. Jurors are obsessed with motive. Every single defense attorney will say that, like the juror needs to know the motive. So you've got no motive. So you've got reasonable doubt, that kind of thing. So that was the psychology of why the killer kills. That's a lot of the reason that big body counts like serial killers are really interesting to us, because they didn't just kill one person. Like, maybe we can wrap our mind around that, but they killed many people. And when they kill random people or people for a reason that we are not sure of, like they don't have a relationship with them that is outwardly obvious. So that was one. Another thing was that now we have 24/7 news content. So that is why we consume much more true crime than we ever have before, because, they weren't really doing a ton of true crime on the 6 p.m., 9 p.m. news or 10 p.m. news, when it was just the newspaper and just those media forms. Babe, what are you looking at?
I'm looking at the chat, and also that I've been advised maybe we should slow it down a tad. But keep going, babe. Keep going.
Slow the chat?
I'll do it. You
or
keep
slow
going.
My voice?
No, the chat. I got it.
Okay.
You go ahead.
Gotcha. Okay. So, next idea. These first ones I'm throwing out, I feel are fairly obvious. I have a little more thought to some of these later theories. So 24/7 news content, that's why we've gone this uptick and why more people are exposed to it, so more people like it, etc. There's also the idea of the train wreck theory, like you see something you just cannot look away from because it maybe engages your fight or flight, and you need to work out and engage with what's going on. So, next point is that it can help us feel prepared. Now, this specific point was split along the gender lines. So actually, this was not at all a reason why men consume true crime, to feel prepared. But women state that they consume true crime because a lot of victims are women. I mean, the one statistic that I just read was between 1985 and 2019, and I would say between to 2023, as we've just learned of the LISC victims, 70% of all serial killer victims are women. So women are somehow trying to prepare themselves in a way to have some sort of self-preservation, and because they are generally more vulnerable. We're told things growing up before it was the 24-hour news cycle. A lot of us were told that, you can't walk alone at night. You can't, leave your mom's side at the mall. You can't wear a ponytail because they're going to grab you from behind. You got to always be watching what you're wearing. Don't wear heels in public because you can't run away. I mean, there's just, women have a million things that we have been told, you know, you can't have your window open at night because a killer's going to come through the window and kill you. And then it's going to be your fault because the window was open and that was your own damn fault. So women are very well versed with these things. But now that there is basically like a handbook, it is not an old wives' tale or just our mom or the oral tradition of crime. It is that we can watch it. And we are watching it happen to victims that we relate to because they are the same gender as us. They look like us. They may have similar paths in life, etc. So I thought that was super interesting. I had never really thought of myself as prepping, like doomsday prepping for a murderer to get me. However, I do certain things to avoid murder that I have seen on true crime, some sorts of murder. I've, you know, also dating online has gone up, right? So now we have a new venue for crime to be occurring. And because of that, that's another reason that women are trying to kind of vet what's going on, because it can be very unsafe to date online. And we have all these things like the Tinder swindler and the Craigslist killer and you know,
Sad boy.
Sad boy?
Remember
Sad boy? Sad boy was from, what was he from though? He was from OnlyFans. But I mean, we all also know plenty of people. If you're a woman and you've been on the internet, you've most likely been stalked on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or something, or maybe not to the textbook definition of stalked, but definitely harassed by men on the internet. So that's another fascination for us. Is
hey, Natalie. Hey, Dave. Sorry.
Keep ourselves safe on that. Yes, my love.
I was just going to say one other thing you have now to keep yourself safe is mace from our boy Donnie, who's not here right now, but now you got some mace. So
I put it on my keychain immediately. I used to carry pepper spray all the time, and I hadn't for a while. And then our sweet angel Donnie sent me some, and now it's on my keychain and it's ready to go because I will mace a motherfucker if he tries it. So anyway, now the next thing is that there was a lot of science about that there's an evolutionary benefit. So there were a lot of evolutionary people that like wanted to get their 2 cents in, and they thought that we are drawn to this because of the whole hunter-gatherer thing. They bring it way back. They're like, you have to keep yourself and your what's the word? For your little group. Your group of people safe. Your family, your clan,
Zone
whatever.
7.
Your coven?
Zone 7.
Your Zone 7? Oh, there's another thing about me that you guys don't know. I don't hear very well. So sometimes, you know, Jay says Zone 7, I say coven. But
no, Shannon's not going to mace me for funsies, Holly Berry.
No.
Tribe, that's good.
Tribe, yes, exactly. So they were really, these evolutionary scientists, they wanted to throw their hat in the ring, and that was their big theory, was that there was this evolutionary benefit because it plays murder, rape, and theft all played a significant part in human society since forever. So they postulated that. Now, this one, I think I have a little bit of this in me, that you can consume true crime at a safe distance. So you have distance from the actual crime, and you're safe. You know, you're consuming it. You're behind the TV. You're watching it. You've got your Netflix, whatever. And you are glad, you're somewhat glad you are not the victim, which, I mean, it's sad and it can hinge on exploitative, but you are somewhat glad, especially when you think about maybe close calls that you've had in your lifetime with some unsavory people that could have turned out different for you. Oh no, Auntie Lisa, I'm hard of hearing. I don't just not hear Jay. I don't hear my kids either. Or really anyone. So that was also interesting to me because it was like, okay, we have a little bit of like pride, maybe, that we have escaped certain situations in our own life. Sean B just wrote in the chat, like waking up from a bad dream. That is a great analogy. Exactly. It's something that's like safe for us to explore in our minds, but it's not really happening to us. So we also, interestingly, are glad that we are not the perpetrator. It helps us to feel, it reinforces our moral clarity. So sometimes we watch these things and we are sort of like, well, I'm not that bad. I may be a son of a bitch, but I have never murdered my wife. So I think that one was truly interesting as well, because it's not just that we're like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I didn't get murdered, but it's also like, man, I've been real pissed before and I'm real glad I didn't murder. What do you think about that one?
I liked how you said my wife. It kind of was like my wife. I liked how that's what I was. My beautiful, brilliant wife is trying to make a point here. And all I could think of, she said my wife. And I'm like, my wife. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's okay, honey.
And now I'm looking for that clip, but I don't think I have it.
I thought you did.
Let's see. I have this.
You have the chair. I have a chair.
I don't think I have my wife. But that's what you're dealing with here, folks. That's what you're dealing with here. So go ahead, babe. I'm sorry.
All right. So
MJ needs that shirt. MJ, if you need that shirt, you can get it from Bob Mata's website. Linktree, Bob Opedic, go to Defense Diaries. There's where you can get his shirt.
Yeah. And it's cute on the back, too. I don't know if I can, like... It's got the big Defense Diaries logo on the back. And this is the one he has one that's a little different. And this one is called For People Who Don't Like Punctuation. And I was like, I don't know. I like the design of it. I don't know about the punctuation, but I like it. So next point that this one is one that I definitely relate to. And I've seen some people talking about it in the chat. So I think they do too.
Ledgehammer What's up, Ledger?
Hi, Ledge. That's my nephew. He's 11. He just started his first day of 6th grade, was last week. All right. So.
Before you go, babe, before you go on, Ledger also has a sick-ass, dank, some may say dank, YouTube where he does football clips, sports clips. If you're not following Ledgehammer, check him out, folks. Sorry, babe. Go ahead.
There he is. His link is in the chat. He likes sports. He's a little entrepreneur. He told me he wants to sell sticks of gum on the bus. He thinks he can make some sick money on that. And he probably can.
Oh, $5 from Liz Merrill for my girl, Shannon. What am I, a piece of shit? Thank you.
Thanks a lot, man.
I haven't seen Donnie. Is he here tonight?
No, I don't know if Donnie usually makes night
Oh,
streams.
he doesn't come on Friday nights because he's playing poker.
Go ahead. Thank you, Arwa. Thank you, MJ.
So, I was saying, people in the chat have been saying this too. And I think that this is something that a lot of us here at the channel share. And that is that we have a sense of purpose with true crime because we are solving a mystery. sometimes vicariously, but sometimes. So this used to only be a vicarious thing, basically. But now that crime has been solved more by crowdsourcing than it ever has in all of the history of the world, that is being reinforced so positively that we see these things getting solved by armchair detectives and Redditors and whatever, like maybe you watched Don't F with Cats. And that is so true that now there's an even higher stake for that, because you really feel a sense of purpose when you're actually solving something. You're not just reading Agatha Christie and you figured it out by the end, which is another thing that they say about people who like true crime. They may enjoy suspense and thriller and those types of books or whatever, but they typically like true crime even more because it actually happened. And so it reinforces so many of those feelings of like, wow, this could really happen. So it's not just happening in your mystery book. It actually happened to someone. Phew, it didn't happen to you. Phew, you didn't commit the murder. You're not in jail. I don't know about you guys, but have you ever dreamed that you like you're with a body and you are like, oh shit, like I guess I murdered this person and I'm gonna have to solve this, like what am I gonna do?
$20 from Missy for Shannon absolutely killing it tonight.
Oh,
I mean, clearly I need to have Shannon on more to pay the rent.
Thanks a lot, man.
thank you, Missy.
Thank you.
So I was thinking that is so that is like something where my subconscious is actually doing the reinforcing of moral clarity. I have these dreams where I'm like, holy bananas, here's a dead body and I think that I'm responsible for it, and now I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with it. I'm always so happy when I wake up and Jay is still alive.
Always.
Mm-hmm. You're not always the dead body. But anywho, so the reinforcing nature of solving a mystery. Now, that is just, to me, I think, one of the main reasons that true crime and podcasts and every form of true crime is going to continue, is because honestly, it's not even a false sense of purpose. It's not even silly. It's actually very well needed. If you read some of the things from Joe Jackalone, if you read some things from, if you listen to Mac on her podcast, people that are willing to dig in and research are needed. There are just not enough paid investigators to solve every single crime that we have in America or the world. So it's not even a silly sense of purpose. It's an actual, you have so much merit for wanting to do this. So pat yourself on the back, because that is something that is still needed, and it is a purpose that is worthy. So that made me happy to discover.
While you were discovering that, Holly Berry, $25, all caps, macing for funsies.
Thanks a lot, man.
So now I've still got a few more, and then I know we're gonna do our giveaways. So, but I still have a few more. I have some more.
Keep going.
Okay. They have studied this, and the adrenaline that you feel is akin to riding a roller coaster, because you're scared, but in a controlled way. You're not really scared you're going to die like on a roller coaster. Well, I would be, because I don't like roller coasters at all. But you are fairly sure that you won't die. So that is an addictive.
Oh, Carrie Rawson's in the chat. Carrie, we love you and we think you're a fucking warrior. You are awesome. Thanks for being here, Carrie. Go ahead, babe. I'm
There's
sorry.
our hero. She's here. All right. So you have an adrenaline rush, which, as everyone knows, adrenaline rushes can be addictive. And that can be why we continue to seek out the same rush again. Maybe you ride roller coasters all over, over and over and over. Or maybe you watch true crime documentaries because you want to feel that rush of being a little scared and it's creepy. But then the narrative structure of it is that it's solved at the end, or you feel like you're solving it. So you get, you come down from the adrenaline. So you're scared in a safe way, basically. Now, another thing that was theorized is that it helps you manage your own fears. You can begin to process things. Now, a lot of people who are worriers do this. A lot of my clients would tell me this when I had group therapy, that they would worry about things so that they would be prepared for the worst. They're always prepared for the worst. They're happy that it doesn't happen. But if they've already worried about it, it's less worrisome, which honestly, that isn't the best strategy. I'm not at all saying you should do that, but I always found that interesting that numerous people told me that. They're like, hey, I'm always prepared for the worst and I just hope for the best. So true crime can somewhat be something where we are kind of working through our own fears, our own, feeling of being unsure about the world, especially when it comes to people that are in trusted positions of power that are now being, brought in for crimes and things like that. That can be very shocking and jarring to us. And so we need to have some time to process. Shelly just gave an awesome tip for anybody that is in the chat. Shelly is a psychologist. Dr. Shelly says, schedule a worry time. That is the best thing to do. And that's so true. You say, okay, I'm not going to worry about this right now, but from 4 to 4:20 today, I'm going to put it on my schedule, and that's when I can think about this. And so then the rest of the day, you've got to be like, oh, but I'm going to think about that at 4:20 or 4 whatever.
Yeah, we know what you're going to do at 4:20, you knuckleheads. We know what you're doing at 4:20. Oh, babe, so 4 to 4:20, huh? That's the time? 4 to 4:20? What an interesting...
Because then at 4:20, you can forget about it.
What an interesting time frame. Babe, I was just thinking, you just talked about your group therapy, but like we have some new folks. Why don't you, they might not know your background.
I did forget to do my disclaimer.
I mean, you're not really giving advice right now.
I'm not giving advice at all.
But nonetheless, your background.
I am. Yeah, I am a mental health therapist. I am registered, and I do mostly group therapy. Right now, the group therapy that I do is with kids who are lacking confidence for some reason or another. Typically, the kids that I do group therapy with are on the autism spectrum or have some difficulty with social skills. And so we do a lot of things to enhance that and help them work through that. So, and I've been doing therapy for, I've been out of grad school for a long time. I guess I've been a therapist for a while. But I love, 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 love human behavior. And I love helping people discover things about their own behavior. And my own therapist helps me discover things about myself all the time. And so I hope that I am equally helpful to the kids that I work with.
Babe, you know what? I just kind of had a little bit of an aha moment, a little bit of a breakthrough, because I love human behavior too, but to make fun of it. You want to help folks, and I feel like we're both observing human behavior from a different perspective.
We do. I mean, that's basically like we bonded over that because, like we would tweet about human behavior, and we met on Twitter.
By the way, we met, for those who don't, we met on Twitter. I was in New York and she was in Kansas, and I just saw a commercial, and it reminded me because it's a commercial for Miley Cyrus's, like she has like a new special or something on ABC, and it made me remember that the reason that Shannon was like slid into my DMs, or was not, I slid into your DMs, didn't I? The reason she was retweeting, it was because I was sticking up for Miley Cyrus, and I'm like, please leave her alone. And like, that's kind of how we connected, our girl Miley. Also, we just got a $10 Venmo from Michelle J. I love you two more. I love you two more each day. Have autistic niece MJ. Oh, at MJ. MJ, thank you so much, MJ.
Awesome.
Thanks a lot, man.
So go ahead, babe. Sorry.
Of course. So then there's one more from the article, and then there's my thoughts, and then we can do our giveaway. But the one last thing was something that, Mac was talking about the other night, which was and Bob talks about as a lawyer, which is that there is something that connects us all as humans, and that is that we like stories. Since the dawn of human time, they sat around a fire and told a story. And that is why true crime is ultimately a story about another human that really happened. And we want to know it, especially if it's a good story. That's how I got you to watch the Murdaugh documentary. Was I basically told you, like, you're never going to believe this. You're never going to believe that all these things happened with this family and they have all this power, and you're going to be so shocked. And so I think that obviously is true. There's also somewhat of a narrative structure to true crime that we expect. And so it can be comforting almost. I hear some women say that they fall asleep to true crime podcasts. I know that like freaks some people out that you can do that, but it's honestly relaxing to some people because it has that same narrative structure, or because they have a really good narrator like Bob Motta, and he just has a smooth voice and it could just lull you to sleep.
Shelly, $20 on Venmo. Just in case Shannon's dream isn't a dream, in parentheses, not Jay though. Thank you so much, Shelly.
Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you very much, sir. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
All right. So these are my concluding thoughts about all of this. All of these things somewhat resonate with me a little bit. But I truly, the feeling that I get from, and why I consume true crime habitually, I think, is sort of the whole like idea of, how satisfying videos got really big on the internet? Like, oh, this is satisfying to like watch a pimple pop, or to like soap shavings, squeeze out an entire thing of toothpaste. What that actually does is raises your dopamine. So you get a little dopamine hit from that. And if there's anything we all know is that we are desperate to get dopamine whenever we can. And so I just think that for me, sometimes it gives me a little dopamine rush to listen to these stories and to try and figure them out. And when, especially like a serial story that keeps going week after week, oh my gosh, and there's new things coming in, a trial where there's new witnesses coming in. True crime has it all when it comes to those things. So I think it's one of those dopamine, it gives me dopamine. The other thing is that, and I don't know, this is another female thing, so maybe this will not resonate at all with you, babe, but I was always a reader growing up, and I've always been a girl that wanted, boys to like me. So I knew that like it was cool if you read Helter Skelter. It was cool if you read Stephen King. It was not cool if you read Danielle Steele or romance books. It was not cool. That was something you were supposed to like hide. That is just not even, I think even now, like women will say, oh, I just read smut, like, and discount that they read a book that has sex in it. And that's actually like good things are happening to women in those books, but they're not ashamed to be like, oh, I'm reading about, a serial killer who kills all women. So women are not ashamed to say that they read books or consume media where terrible things happen to women, but they are somewhat embarrassed and ashamed to say they watch things and consume things that good things happen to women, like maybe a romance novel. And because you get called, that's chick lit, that's a chick flick. It's not a serious thing. It can't be a serious movie. It can't be an Oscar winner, etc.
Excellent job, babe. So
I think that we're somewhat conditioned by patriarchy to also like it.
The fucking patriarchy every time with the fucking patriarchy. I'm sick of it. Get the patriarchy out of here. Shit.
FBI, open up!
What the fuck? Oh, shit.
Get on the ground! Get down on the ground right now!
What the
Get the
fuck?
fuck down!
Holy shit. Look who's here, guys. Holy shit. It's my beautiful boys. Look at them.
I thought it was the patriarchy at the door. I'm so glad it was you two.
It wasn't the patriarchy. Guys, I had two choices. I didn't expect that. I had two choices. There was this one, and I went with this.
We were going to begin.
And I went with this one.
FBI, open up!
It would have only been better if I had like a graphic come down, but
you went hard, yeah.
Boys, thanks so much for coming on. Say hi to the folks.
Well, hello, what's going on, everybody?
Sorry, I didn't mean to blow out your eardrums, guys. That was a lot louder than I anticipated.
That was insane. That was really intense.
Guys, if you don't know, these are my boys. By the way, I didn't let me put the buzz in here. Let me put the link in here. I didn't explain this, and I should have during our members only stream.
Yes.
Let me explain this now while they're here. So we had a stream one night. What was it? What stream were we doing? Oh, we were watching. Was it when we were watching Turney?
Yes. Yes. We all came on together and we were watching Sarah Turney.
All right. So we come on.
That was awesome.
And someone says to Shannon, is that your wife?
No, they said after the lady's done talking.
Yes, they said after the lady's done talking, can you? What I don't know what they said, and I said, "Oh, that's my wife." And they're like, and then I said,
"That lady is my wife."
Yeah, I said that lady is my wife, and these are my two boys, and like I meant like my boys, but it came off like this is my wife, and these are my two sons. So
and everyone's like, "Oh, they're actually their kids." Wait, they're your sons? How did that happen? They're so ginger.
Oh, it was Ashley, who I think is in the chat right now. So that's where that came from. So whenever you hear me call them my sons, it's because I accidentally inferred that they were, in fact, my sons.
And it stuck.
It
works.
It works. Guys, those shirts. Please show the folks those
Dude.
shirts.
Oh,
Austin,
my
are you in the
goodness.
chat?
Dude,
they
these
are
shirts-
fucking
oh,
fire.
Austin Reigns,
Oh,
baby.
fucking nice, dude.
Nice.
Through
Those are
Dude.
sick.
designs.
Nice.
Insane, dude. She really outdid herself.
That was Ashley. Well, thank you, Ashley. Now, because of you, these are my two beautiful Viking sons going forward for eternity. So they're here tonight.
Work that never does.
And by the way, we had I gotta say this. We had a little happy hour in Discord. Dan was there. Steve stopped in real quick. But I wanted to say what from the people who were talking there, and this might have been when Dan had left, but it's very evident that what all of us are trying to build here is kind of is happening. It's a lot of people in there. We were and just talking about how like they haven't felt comfortable in other communities before, and they feel comfortable in like our community. And like I know you guys are the same as us, that we're trying to build something here. And
Absolutely.
like I appreciate
you can feel
guys.
it too.
You can feel it. You can. And like
even
it's
that,
cool.
even the probably nothing hour, like the turnout was insane for
Right.
something like that. The turnout was amazing, and like half the people were on camera. Like like that's amazing. Like people are like they want to be a part of something. I was blown away when I saw how many people were in there. Like it was crazy.
And like they were saying, like first of all, they never joined a channel, and they're in both our channels. They've never gone on camera. They've never been on Discord. Like it's pretty special, and I got to thank you guys because as a group, I think we're doing something here, and I feel
so too,
very.
man.
I know you guys said it, and me and Shannon feel super blessed to have met you guys and kind of build this thing. So
We talk about it all the time, dude, between me and Dan, even between all of us, even with you, Jay, and Shannon. But like, I feel the same way, dude. I thank my lucky stars every day that I reached out to you on Twitter, dude. Like,
yeah,
I really
dude.
do. And I almost didn't. Like, I will never forget the moment. My fiance was sitting next to me, and I was like, "Should I do this? Like, is it too weird?" Like, I was like, because dude, and it has been the best decision since I've started streaming that I've made, and I think Dan will agree that we're growing something that you can truly feel gaining momentum with real people, real awesome people, like real folks out there, like. And then randomly some people will come through that don't fit in. Usually they weed themselves out. They'll
true.
You'll see what's happening. But man, no, it's the best community I've found, and to see it truly grow in real time has been mind blowing.
And when you say weed themselves out, and I think it's because the folks here are so amazing. Like they won't have it. They don't take the bait. And our mods are fucking on fire, on point. But and the mods are. I said it, like we couldn't do
They're
this without
so
the mods.
funny.
But the people in the chat know what we're trying to do and will not take the bait. And like that's I don't know. Like the community is just absolutely amazing. And today, by the way, in the members only stream, I played the video you made, the top 5 Karen. That was the video, right? Was that the first one? Top 5 Karen moments you made for me. Was that the one?
Oh, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I played it. I'm like, this is the one that
Latham
Steve.
one,
This is when he reached out, and I. It's funny that you remember it because I remember going to Shannon. I'm like, hey, this guy hit me up, and then I like went and checked your YouTube. I'm like, oh, his stuff is great, and you made that video for us, and that's like
It's awesome.
the rest is history. So they say,
Dude, and I mean, like, and that's what was that, March, April? Like, I feel
April,
like that
yeah.
we've both grown in such a short amount of time.
Yep.
It's almost like we're molding I don't know, in real time we're both molding into like you're making decisions with the way you're watching trials now, or the court and the way they rapid fire. In real time, you can actually see how everything is kind of becoming and going to its place. These shows that we're creating, right? I mean, these weren't in place in April. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't called Feral Friday. It wasn't called Friday Night Psych. Like, there was an actual a network building at this point in time, a real actual network. I mean, Defense Diaries. There's other people involved as well in this community that are actual. I would consider family at this point. But dude, yeah, it's a beautiful thing to watch.
To your point, like just your show you had the other night with Turtle Boy and Bob. I mean, there were over like almost 1,500 people in there.
Yeah.
You guys gained almost, I think, 500 to 750 subscribers, right? Maybe 1,000 within that
1,000
time.
now from that.
Pretty close to 1,000.
And I was in that chat, and I was just like, so proud. Like, I'm like, this is a fucking amazing.
Oh, it was unbelievable. It was insane.
like, just I don't know. It makes me proud.
It's crazy, dude.
It's happening, and you're the same as me, where we are promoting. We are not. We feel like we're not competing. We're promoting because there's enough internet for everyone. So
that is all we're doing, brother. Like, the promotion is what's making this work too. Like, between all of us, including other factors. There's other people involved too, but dude, that's the best part because there's so many people in this community that I feel like that they don't like there's a narcissistic point to it, right? Like they want to be the person that breaks this, or they want to be the person that's presenting the story. Dude, there's enough room for everybody to get in here and talk about it.
For sure.
And I think that's what we're proving.
We're pretty similar in the fact that when we have people on, we are promoting them more than we're promoting ourselves.
And I said this to Dan too. As soon as we really started hooking up and talking and hanging out, I was like, there's no other person that promotes the other folks. Like, dude, like I've not met anybody else that did it like you. Like, so I love it, man. No, this was meant to be, bro.
Babe, do you want to? I feel like all the men are talking here, and I don't want to. Babe, do you have?
It's actually just the left side of the screen is talking, and the
For the
right
most part,
side.
yeah.
Well, why don't
Shut
you
him
guys
down.
say something?
Well, I want to say, Shannon, I love your shirt.
Thanks, Bob.
Yeah.
Shout
Out here
out to
promoting
Bob.
some Defense Diaries, baby.
But Dan, Shannon, you guys want? I'm sorry that we're taking it all. You guys have anything you wanted to add to that?
I mean, you guys said it perfectly. Exactly.
All right. Well, speaking of building community, we had a little contest. Where we said
We're just the co-host over here. Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's okay. We had a little contest where we said, hey, I was trying to get to 5K on the YouTube, and Steve was trying to get to 1K on the Twitter, and we said everyone who retweets this enters the contest, and guess what? Boom! There it is. Everyone who retweeted it.
Is it working?
Oh, it's working. It's going to work. It works. This is one of the things I actually get right on here. So, folks, everyone who retweeted that tweet is on the wheel, and we're going to spin, and we're going to pick 3 folks who are going to get mailed to them our J-Buzz Nation sticker
Man.
and
Dude.
our Smoke When I Smoke sticker.
These stickers are so dank.
So if you are on that, so dank, they are dank AF, dank. They are danktastic. So here we go. The first winner. Let's wait. Let me just. I got this set up this time.
I'm ready to write it down.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Who's
No
gonna
whammy,
be?
no
Oh, I
whammy,
should've
no
put the
whammy, no
J-Buzz
whammy. Big
Nation.
money, big money, big money, big money.
Oh,
Salty Sleuth, come on
Salute.
down. All right, so we
Nice.
I don't know if they're here now, but we will tell them that they won. That's their Twitter too. So, all right, let's go for. Well, I'm clicking on the wrong screen. Let's go for number 2.
Who's gonna get it?
Oh, is that Carrie? Oh,
Oh, I
Tracy.
thought Carrie was gonna get it.
Tracy, I think Tracy
Yeah.
is here. Congratulations, Tracy.
Nice.
Tracy has won quite a few contests. Tracy is like the queen of contest winners.
oh, really?
Yeah, she's good. So there you go, Tracy. All right, one more. And guys, by the way,
Lucky.
if they're
You need to play the lottery.
if the boys are late, it's our fault tonight. If the boys are late, I'm taking you straight in the
Oh
portal
my
to their
God!
stream.
It is 10:30. What?
And we're never on time,
Holly,
anyways.
I am gonna put the Buzz stickers in the store. The smoke sticker is already in the store, but I will put the Buzz sticker in there too.
Dude,
All right, one more. Here we go.
come on, who's gonna get it? Yeah, I was pretty excited when I got my stickers in the mail.
Oh, the note. I love the note.
Allie, I think is Allie here?
I think so. I thought I saw her earlier.
Does everyone else stick the note on the fridge?
What, the
I
stickers?
didn't.
No, the Shannon note. When they get their
Oh.
notes.
The Shannon note. That's from Shannon and Jay, Stevie.
Well,
Yeah, how dare
I'm
you,
sorry,
sir.
Father.
How
Yes, beautiful handwriting.
You know what? I'm going to do 2 more because I'm feeling good. Let's do 2 more.
And you assumed Shannon wrote it. I mean, that could have been Jay's handwriting.
Yeah.
That was Shannon's.
You son of a bitch.
Beautiful handwriting.
It's my handwriting. Jay's handwriting is frightening. It's got him on some FBI watch list, I'm pretty sure.
Remember, this is...
Remember
I
it.
forget what her name is on Twitter. That's her Twitter name, so just write that down. All right, one more, and then I'll let the boys go. And we're going to send you straight in the portal. It's going to be crazy tonight, guys. Well, let me spin it. I'm gonna put it on all of us. Let me spin it one more time. You guys tell them what we're about to do after. Let me just spin this one more time.
Who's gonna get it?
So exciting.
Carissa Lynn.
Lynn.
See, these
Hell
are all
yeah.
folks on Twitter, so I'm not sure what their YouTube name are, but we'll reach out to them. Boys, tell them
Winners.
what's going on when we throw them in the portal. What are you guys doing? Tell the folks.
Lisa Ribikoff is going to be hanging out with us tonight, and for her second show, joining us for a Feral Friday in just a few minutes over on Publicly Buzz Live. She is a polygraph expert. She is also a New York private investigator, and she has a pretty interesting life. And she's going to be coming and hanging out, and we're really going to be talking about lie detectors. So yeah, bring your questions. Me and Dan's got some as well, and it's going to be exciting.
She's literally on the board. She writes the standards and procedures for polygraph testing.
She's at a conference right now in Las Vegas.
And and she was on our show, and just like the guests that we have on, they're real fucking people. She gives you the real fucking deal.
Yeah.
No bullshit. She's awesome.
She's here to have a good time. Yeah,
she's here. Right. She's gonna have a good time. You're gonna love it. And yes, we're going in the portal, folks. But you know what? I just want to make sure, because the portal is absolutely set up. I set it up, but sometimes you guys know YouTube, they suck. So I just want to get the link just in case the portal doesn't work. Here it is. Let me get it here. Let's share. Let's copy. Lisa looks like already in the chat over there. I'm going to throw it in here just in case the portal doesn't work. But I think that's it. You guys have anything else you want to say?
No, man. Thank you for having us on. And yeah, more contests to come. We're going to do a contest over on Publicly Buzz for the shirt also. And yeah, dude, these things are not done, baby. J Buzz Nation is here to stay. We're going to keep rocking and rolling. And boom!
Dan, babe?
Yeah.
That was a good cut right there. You should have cut it right after he said boom.
I just wanted to say, we are going to the fucking moon, guys. I fully believe this. We are building something special here, all of us, and we're so glad you're with us. We're going to the fucking moon, so deuces, YOLO, fuck you, Ted. Strap up, put your helmets on, pull your knees to your chest. Time for the portal.
See you.
Deuces, YOLO, fuck you, Ted. Our show has now come to an end. Don't stick a fucking needle in your eye. It's see you later, this is not goodbye. J-Bo Nation will continue to make scenes. We will be piecing for now. Jabron.